I am your color commentator, Dylan Traeger, joined by play-by-play broadcaster, Dylan Zuber. Dylan, what do you think of this Deerfield team going into this matchup?
I mean, if you're Deerfield, you know that you beat Maine East once. They're the lone conference win. Deerfield comes into this game 9-13, 1-4 in conference. And Maine East comes into this game 7-18, 0-5 in conference. For the Warriors, it's been a little bit on and off, never really been hot, never really been cold. It's just been win, loss, a lot of repeating. And for the Demons, they started off 5-0, lost 16 in a row, and then won 2, lost 2. And 2 of those losses in that 16-game streak was against Deerfield at Maine East on April 11th. So if you're Deerfield, you have a lot of confidence going into this game, knowing that you have a lot of senior leadership as well. If you're the Deerfield, what are you thinking about this game? Knowing that you beat Maine East once already at their place and trying to get your second conference win.
So knowing that we beat them already on their grounds, I think there's no reason why they can't come into this game with momentum to win it. Yes, we are missing, as in Deerfield, Captain Owen Hour. That's going to be a big one. Also missing Zach Varga. I think the guys just got to step up. Juniors got to play a big role. Same with the sophomores. You're missing 2 of your better seniors. Got to step up. Who are you expecting to see a good game from? Who's your pick to click?
I think my pick to click, I'm going to go with Tyler Kustich. What about you?
Why are you picking Kustich? Let's hear your reasoning.
I mean, I just think he's big, lengthy. He's good. He knows what to do. He's been playing volleyball for a long time, and he's very experienced. He's a very, very good Deerfield volleyball team. They know what to do. They know how to play for each other. And I just think this is going to be a big game for him. What do you think?
I like your reasoning. I think I'm going to go for a big game from Brennan Siegel, sophomore. Definitely an underdog here. He is a starter, young guy. Feeling a big game for him. A lot of experience at the volleyball level. Been playing before high school. Feeling a big game from him. I think that's an underdog pick right here.
Starting lineups first for the Warriors: Ethan Mann, Timo Young, Brendan Siegel, Tyler Kustich, Nate Schechter, Micah Bloom, and Liam Cooper. And for the Demons, James Soriano, Mark Perrone, Adam Gazier, Joshua Lobant, Cruz Aranda, Leon Godzavicki, and Vince Latata.
You know, I'd say keep in mind this is two matchups where both teams aren't strong in conference. You look at Deerfield, they're 1-4 in conference play. However, they are on a 2-game win streak. And you look at Maine East, they're 0-5 in conference. They are on a 1-game win streak. Deerfield 9-13, Maine East 7-18. I see no reason why Deerfield can't come on top in this game. Gonna be a good matchup, good conference matchup right here.
Starting off early with a Deerfield point. Brendan Siegel, your pick to click, already making an early impact on this one. Tim O. Young serving for the Warriors, who are coached by Eugene Chung, assisted by John Bullock, Luke Karch, Tom Sorensen, and Nick Limjoko. Managers Maggie Weiss and Morgan Kern.
Let me tell you, Mr. Chung, fantastic chemistry teacher. Couldn't have done it without him.
See, I never had him, so I can't make that. My sister had him. She said he was great.
Yeah, you missed out big time. You screwed up on your scheduling.
I mean, I had O'Malley, and that was a great class of the Warriors.
No one beats Mr. Chung.
Warriors take a 2-1 lead here on the serve that just goes behind. But the Demons, coached by George Wong, assisted by Rintu Phillip, managers Penelope Gamila and Mimi Zuniga Tovar, and another point for the Warriors starting off here early, 3-1 lead.
I want you to keep in mind this Maine East team is a team that has had very big struggles on away teams. They're 0-6 when they're not playing at home, while they do have a winning record at home. They're looking to snap this today. They've got a plan while they come into this game.
Warriors showing their big length up top. Nate Schechter and Liam Cooper, both very, very long and tall men up front. Really is showing an impact early on this one. Already there, you see the 2 blocks up.
Yeah, and you already see Deerfield coming up to a lead at the start, getting the momentum going into the game. Already up 4-1 with some fantastic serving right there by Deerfield. As there's just a swing and a miss by Maine East. You see sloppy play is not going to fall in this game, and Deerfield will take advantage of that if they're going to play sloppy and make errors.
Yeah, if you're Maine East, you know you're the underdog in this one, and you got to capitalize on any points and any opportunities that you can. already showing that they have not this early.
Ooh.
Point there for the Demons. Nice spike there. That's one that if you're Maine East, you need to have, and they were able to capitalize there, turn momentum as, it was 1-0 Deerfield, then 1-1, and then Deerfield kind of went on a 4-point run, make it 5-2. And Maine East breaks it on, makes it 5-2, serving Adam Gazier.
I think something as we talked about is the airtime on that spike from Maine East and Mark Perone. I mean, that guy got up there. He was looking like Air Jordan out there.
Yeah. Now serving for the Warriors after a missed serve by the Demons is Ethan Mann, the junior, very, very talented libero. He's very undersized, but he makes up for it in his ways. He's able to just communicate and everything like that and lead this team hopefully to victory here tonight. As Maine East gets another point there, 6-3 Warriors.
And Maine East got some height on some of their starters. I mean, you look at Josh LeBont, as he has just got up there on that spike. I mean, he's gotten up there. Looks like he could be definitely a good, at least 6'5". And they got a guy right behind him, Cruz Aranda, another big guy. There's a nice play by Brendan Siegel. Another nice play from Brendan Siegel.
Ethan Mann tries to track that one down, could not.
Almost took home a souvenir on that play.
Nate Schechter, nice play, fakes the tip. Oh, nice play there by Micah Blum. Might pick the quick Kustich with a nice spike over the net here. Mann to Oyung. Oyung, Siegel up and over. Nice rally here going for both teams. And that's going to end in a Maine East point as Deerfield tries to spike it and could not. Maine East capitalizing on a Deerfield mistake, and it's 6-5 early.
And I think another thing you can look at, too, for Deerfield is they get a lot of their height. A lot of these guys in Deerfield played for the basketball program at one point. At least 5 of the guys on their roster were basketball players for Deerfield High School. Lots of height going around this team.
Also, to add on to that, these guys, a lot of them, as I look at this roster, I can name at least 2 of them that are also football players. Some of them, like you said, basketball and just multi-sport athletes. Deerfield, obviously, as an athlete, I would know a lot of the coaches love when their athletes play multiple sports. Coach Wernecki, the football program, loves multi-sport athletes. So does Coach Zeus with the baseball program. Obviously, wrestling, it's its own breed. But obviously, if you can be a wrestler and be a football player, that's going to help. Wrestler, volleyball player, I don't really know how much that correlates. But obviously, having that multi-sport athlete really helps in all the ways of the game.
It just shows some of the athleticism on the team, as Deerfield currently has the lead 7-6 in the first game of the best-of-3 matchup.
Going back to that, one of the football players, obviously now very, very high expectation for sophomore Jack Berger in the football program and the volleyball program. Very, very lengthy. Good kid, brings a lot of energy. Very outgoing, and that'll be Maine East's point. Tie game.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at the Deerfield program, and something they've been known about is their height, too. At all their levels, they got several guys who are, well over 6 feet tall. I can't speak for that. I'm only a towering 5'9", but boy, do some of these guys have the height there.
5'9", but when you walk in the room, feels like you're about 6'5", the way you're able to just take over rooms and get all the attention. But, I mean, yeah.
I already get all the attention when I walk in the room.
Towering 5'9", if you say so, as Deerfield takes the lead 8-7.
It's a Jewish 6'3".
Yeah, stand on my money now. I'm 6'6", but it's besides the point.
That's a nice hard hit ball from Brennan Siegel.
That is going to be Maine East point. Deerfield really missing the impact of senior captain Owen Auer. You stand next to him and you feel maybe you are 5'9", you feel like you're about 5'6" the way he's just able to tower over people.
Yeah, usually I stand on a stool when I talk to him.
Yeah, I got math with him, and I got math, and I got a couple other classes with him, and I have to look up so much more than I would for other people when I have to talk to Owen.
How's your neck feel?
It hurts sometimes, but it's all worth it. He helps me in math. He helps me in investing. Great kid. Deerfield, like I said, really
the definition of a student athlete.
Student athlete, student first, going to Bowling Green State University in Ohio. Looking, I believe, to be a pilot, but I could be wrong. Going off of that, today is May Day, and a lot of these...
Happy May Day.
Happy May Day, but a lot of these competing athletes for the Warriors, I believe I'm going to do a count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 of them are seniors. We got Timo Young, Diego Reynoso Bello, Owen Hour, Nate Schechter, Ryder Spector, Noah Rothenberg, and Zachary Varga, and then also both of the managers, both seniors. So, the time on their clock is dwindling of Deerfield Athletics. As we only have 2 weeks to the day left of school. Deerfield takes the lead 10-9. Very good ball movement by the Warriors.
Noah Rothenberg coming into the game, getting his second serve for Deerfield. Rothenberg, a senior, served as one of the basketball managers for the last several seasons with the Deerfield basketball varsity program. As there's a mistake on his serve as he goes 1 for 2 so far on his serves. Deerfield 10, Maine East 10.
Another team that's full of seniors is the baseball program. I believe we have 15 of them. And all of them, we know what happens the next 2 weeks. Maine West, Highland Park, and all the other teams that you have to play. Obviously, the team very focused on this Maine West opponent tomorrow and Thursday. And obviously, everybody knows the Highland Park Tuesday, Thursday of next week. We know who we're going to see, so it should be a good one. I believe you're going to be doing the PA for that Highland Park game, right?
Which game is that? When is that?
That's the Tuesday of next week.
I believe I will be, yes.
That is when I believe it's going to be Luke Weber on the mound for the Giants. Timo Young, the serve now in this 12-10 Warriors lead. I mean, besides that early start, it feels like Maine East has almost been in control. Warriors got off to that hot start up like 5-1, and then Deerfield has just been scrambling all over the court.
You just look at the Deerfield bench too. They got a lot of staff working the game today. They got 3 coaches, 2 managers, a couple injured guys. Definitely getting a lot of help. It's a pretty packed gym on this Monday evening.
Yes, indeed it is. A lot of people out here to watch Deerfield and Maine East volleyball, the Warriors and the Blue Demons. The Warriors trying to get back on track in conference and get their second win.
It was a big day today for Deerfield volleyball. The Coach Chung bobblehead giveaway brought to you by Coors Light.
Indeed it was. The first 50 fans were able to receive one. But yeah, it's a good day and all. As you said, May Day. As you said, the Coach Chung giveaway. Coach Chung, a phenomenal science teacher here at the high school. And the Warriors are now down 13-12 in the blink of an eye. They were up by 4 or 5, and now they're down by 1. Like I said, Maine East has really been in control as of late.
As there's Liam Cooper Jr. subbing into the game. Liam actually started the season on JV and earned his way a spot on varsity, and now you see he's getting playing time. Something you truly like to see in a sport of volleyball. Also plays basketball in the winter season.
And with that tie game, as you said, Liam Cooper, real gritty player. He gets what's done. He's not going to take. He doesn't take no for an answer. He gets what needs to be done. Very good kid. As you see Cooper there make an impact, and Kostic.
And you just see consistent errors from Timo Young right there in the back right pocket. I mean, just letting balls get by him left and right. Definitely got to stay more focused here as Maine East takes the lead, with Maine East taking the lead at 14-13.
Yeah.
Correction, there's an error by
right
Maine
back,
East. 14-all.
Story of this game has been Deerfield goes on a little bit of a run. Maine East capitalizes on Deerfield mistakes and then just hands the ball right back. Maine East really can't get over that hump of being up by more than 1, as we see it time after time again. They're not used to knowing what it's like to be up as they get the point there. Let's see what happens here if they try and prove me wrong. Obviously, they can't hear me, but, 15-14 Demons. Let's see what happens here as they try and go up by more than one for, I believe, one of the first, if not the second time this match.
As there's Micah Blum subbing back into the game. Another young man who towers over everyone else on this team.
And here we go, 15-14 Demons. Serve is over. Even, and there it is. No, wait. We got an officials meeting. One called Maine East point, one called Deerfield's point. And Maine East gets the point. Chung all confused. And 10 of
We've been
violations
seeing
there.
10 of violations all day between the junior varsity level and the varsity level.
Yeah, I mean,
Referees having different calls each time.
16-14, Monday night, May 1st, frigid cold outside and a lot of rain. Gratefully, volleyball is played indoors as Deerfield gets the point there, 16-15. And, we said it last game, 16 is a very good number for Deerfield Athletics. But let's see what happens here. There's a little miscommunication, and Jack Berger and Romahan coming into the game for Nate Schechter and Timo Young. All but 2 athletes, I believe, have come into the game for the Warriors. Those 2, Ryder Spector and Diego Reynoso Bello. I wonder how long until you see those 2. Tie game, 16 apiece. Serving for the Warriors, number 16, Romahan, the junior. And Maine East gets the point. They are fired up after a big spike there. Maine East takes the lead, 17-16. They just keep throwing punches and landing them as Deerfield tries to dodge it but can't. Maine East able to capitalize on Deerfield's turnovers.
As here's another point from Maine East, and this team just keeps capitalizing over Deerfield. Maine East extends their lead to 18-16 over Deerfield, and they've just found a rhythm that Deerfield can't keep up with. Spacing on the floor is not looking right for Deerfield. You see the corners are left wide open right there.
18-16 Demons, as you said. First match. Very good up front, though. I will say, Deerfield, if you want to look at it as a positive for the Warriors, they're controlling the net play. As Maine East just does exactly what I said Deerfield was controlling to give them a 3-point lead. 19-16 Deerfield. All sorts of frustrated. Timeout Deerfield.
And you see the spacing for Deerfield is not working well. The cooperation's not there. They had 4 guys up at the net, and they still couldn't get that ball that went right to the net, leaving the back, right, and left corners wide open. Something Coach Chung definitely has to go over. As we'll be back after this 1-minute timeout break. As we are back from the timeout break, current score from the Warrior Gym, Deerfield 16, Maine East 19. Once again, I'm your color commentator for tonight's matchup, Dylan Traeger, joined by play-by-play broadcaster, none other than the one and only Dylan Zuber. As there's a point for Deerfield, 17-19. Deerfield's got Roma Hahn Jr. serving. Correction, Paul Feinmile.
Good ball movement here by both teams. Able to really space the floor well. And Demons make their own mistake. Warriors capitalize, get a point there on the spike that just misses, that just goes straight into the net. Warriors now down by 1, 19-18.
And you know, something I'm noticing is just these guys at the net for Deerfield getting way too close to the net. That's where the violations are coming. Definitely got to be careful.
Yeah, I see that too. But it's working as they get the point stuff back. Jack Berger with a great play there. You know who Jack Berger doesn't look like?
Who?
Danny Woodburn.
I'd agree with that one.
You know, Jack Berger all of about, 6'4". Danny Woodburn all of about maybe 4'6". And the Deerfield takes the lead.
As here's Deerfield on a roll. You know, you're so close to getting to that 25-point mark, which everyone's looking for. Deerfield's time to capitalize right now, as you've got Paul Feinmile on a roll at serving. There's another great serve from Paul. There's a great stop from libero Ethan Mann in the back left pocket, and a great put away from Deerfield's Brendan Siegel. While he may be shorter down there compared to the other guys, boy, can he get up there. As there is a timeout from Maine East. Deerfield 21, Maine East 19. Deerfield 21, Maine East 19. You heard it here first. As Deerfield continues their roll, getting the groove going. Dylan, what do you think Coach Chung said to the team in that timeout break?
I think he's saying just keep the pedal on the metal. They have Maine East right where they want them, as Deerfield able to control the net, and that's how they win these types of games, these gritty games. Deerfield point there. I don't really know what happened, but, Deerfield was excited, so it seems like a point, and it was a point for the Warriors.
Taking more advantage of Maine East's mistake, as Deerfield's only 3 points away from clinching the first game of the matchup series. There's Brendan Siegel, nice little soft touch there at the net.
Oh, Maine East.
This Deerfield team at the net's been very strong all game, making sure to get to contact on those spikes.
Michigan State gets the point there. And
current score, Deerfield 22, Maine East 20.
I said it earlier, and I'll say it again as they communicate the out call there, but, Deerfield has had 2 seniors not play so far in this game, and senior Ryder Spector, who is a captain, I wonder if that's an injury concern, and senior Diego Reynoso Bello.
As there's Noah Rothenberg entering the game once again. Ooh. And there's a great play by Maine East to put a point on the board, as Deerfield has 23 against Maine East 21. Quick sub back into Maine East, one of their starters, James Soriano.
23-21 Warriors looking to really just knock out Maine East. We get a knockout punch here. And they are 1 point away from putting the nail in the coffin and ending this first set and making it 1-0 Warriors as Tim Young comes into the game to serve the serving specialist.
As Maine East on that one, just smoked that one right out of the ballpark. Deerfield 1 point away from clinching the first game of the series.
As Nathan Rose in trouble with the ball, didn't know where to go with it, gave it to Chmielewski. Chmielewski gives it to the official, and Tim Young looking to put away the Demons. And it looks as if they are going to, and they do. Deerfield takes the first set, 25-21. Anything you see here that can carry over to the next set, Dylan?
Well, there it is. Deerfield 25-21 on Maine East. A great first game from Deerfield. While there was some struggles at the beginning, they cured their struggles and they found a rhythm to get it going. Put their foot on the pedal, as you were saying, as they take the first game, looking to stay strong and ultimately win back-to-back and close it out here, as we'll be back for the next game. As we are back for the second game of the matchup after Deerfield took game one.
Little update for you NBA fans. Boston up 62-53 on the Sixers. Paul Reed, I know your favorite player. He's got a donut up for the score. He's got none in 18 minutes of play. You know, I was told this morning, you know, it's gonna be the Paul Reed legacy game, but
he's not the type of guy who really fills the stat sheet. He's more of there for morale and kind of like
about
non-stat sheet.
I think I saw 3 rebounds. You know,
a lot of time left. A lot of time left.
Sixers down by 9. James Harden putting that team on his back. Oh, Ethan Mann tried to put the Warriors on his back there, make a Superman play. Maine East early up 1-0.
Well, there's 2 things I'm looking forward to right now. Definitely looking forward to see Deerfield trying to bring that momentum from the last game into this one. Definitely finished off very strong. Looking to see them keep with their momentum going. Second thing I'm looking forward to is my backrest, which I'm going to use later tonight. My back's pretty much hurting from sitting in this bleacher.
Yeah, I wish I could say that, but I got baseball later tonight, so I'll be up all day, all night until 10 o'clock, and then see what happens after that.
Hey, that's why they pay you the big bucks. Don't forget that. As there's a Deerfield point. Deerfield winning their first point of the set. Current score, Maine East lead up 2 to Deerfield's 1.
$7:15 about on this Monday afternoon, Monday evening. The Warriors and the Blue Demons. Warriors trying to capitalize and get to 10 wins on the season.
As there's Liam Cooper, as he could not finish on that spike drop-off, hits it right into the net as he grimaces down at center court. Maine East 3 to Deerfield's 1.
Dylan, I got to say, this Maine East team has some great names. Goodwin, DiManho, Joshua
Soriano.
Lobat, James Soriano. It's an all-time name right there. Soriano, Cubs legend,
Alfonso.
Yankees legend.
Let me tell you, that guy can hit the ball absurd distances.
He can hit a ball a country mile.
Not as good as Adam Dunn.
He's no Gavin Sheets, but...
No Gavin Sheets.
Speaking of Gavin Sheets, the Sox are playing not for fans' likings.
Hey, he's hitting 300, and they had a walk-off win last night as there's a Deerfield point. Deerfield 2 to Maine East 4 as there's a DSI worker, Nathan Rosen, retrieving the ball.
Get him on the court the way he's dribbling. Good kid all around. Hard worker, Nathan Rosen. Gritty guy. He'll get the job done.
As there's another Deerfield point as they look to get on a little momentum right here as that's 2 in a row for them. Some great serving there from libero captain Ethan Mann, who's a junior, really showing his importance to this program. I'm still seeing it, but lots of empty spaces on this court on the Deerfield side. I'd like to see it get filled up a little more.
Nate Schechter tried to get a point there, didn't. You can see the frustration as he claps his hands because Maine East was able to return his side.
As that's another Deerfield point. They're on a 3-0 run to tie the game at 4-4 in the second set right here. Ethan Mann serving is putting Deerfield ahead right here. As Maine East just got up there and put it in a great spot, a spot that Brennan Siegel couldn't return on. Not much you can do when they spike a ball that hard at you. Just got to get down and try and get under it. Pray for the best on that one. As Deerfield Athletics would like to give a couple shout-outs to some of our sponsors, one of which being Illinois Bone and Joint, the Audi Exchange of Highland Park, and Deerfield Youth Baseball and Softball Association. 3 of our sponsors, which we appreciate very much, as there's another Deerfield point, retying the game at 5 apiece. One more sponsor, Rosati's Pizza. After watching this volleyball game, and if you're a little hungry, stop in for a hot slice of cheese pizza. That's what I might do after this game, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Watching a lot of volleyball works up an appetite for me.
Also, going off that, we want to thank Athletic Director Nate Flannery and Assistant Athletic Director Molly Tomlinson for putting in all the hard work this season as we are nearing the end of the school year, and that means the end of the spring season for sports and the 2023 spring season for athletics for Deerfield, period.
I might cry when you graduate.
Say it again?
I might cry when you graduate.
That's what they all say. It's the effect I've had on
I'm
Deerfield.
different than the others.
It's the Deerfield effect, I did it
Deerfield
when you
Athletics
did.
is going to miss you.
I did it when you did. They're going to miss me here. They're going to miss the bells, but we're back here, 6-5. Now 7-5 Warriors.
It's going to take a lot to replace the bells.
I actually put that in my senior will. I willed Deerfield baseball the bells because
Don't let the bells die.
no, don't let the
Howie
bells
Jr.
die.
taking over the bells.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to decide who gets the bells.
I think the bells get retired.
Who?
I think the bells are going to get retired, just like this point was, as Deerfield loses that one. 7-6,
You know,
Deerfield
but
lead.
that brings up the question of, if they were to be brought over to next year, who gets them?
I don't think I will be playing bells for anyone. If I'm on the PA and the DJ for next year, I think the bells are off limits. What do you think about that?
I mean, I would love that. I would not mind my my bells being retired, as there's going to be an antenna point there.
Unless some recruit out of Deerfield starts throwing 85 cheese, I don't think anyone will claim over the bells.
That is very true.
Which could very well happen. Lots of young prospects coming out of the Deerfield farm system, as they say, as it's currently a tie score of 7-7 with Maine East have possession of serving.
Very bright future for the Warrior baseball program. Lots of sophomores and freshmen on the varsity team making big impacts. Even now it's going to be Maine East point 8-7 Blue Demons.
There's a knife D shot from Tyler Kustish, getting it back. A nice block from Kustish, too, as he closes out the point, letting Deerfield tie the game at 8 apiece. As Coach Chung pulls out Tyler Kustish to put in Noah Rothenberg back in the game. Senior who's going to get the serve right here for Deerfield, who's looking to gain their lead back in this game. Been a very close down-to-the-wire game, as there's a great serve for Rothenberg.
Maine East gets the point. They are fired up here as they take the lead.
2 men at the net couldn't defend it for Deerfield as they let Maine East run away with that one. As Maine East takes their lead back once again with a lead of 9-8 over the Warriors. Maine East extending their lead, 8-10. Deerfield looking to get some momentum and win one of these points here and get their serve back. As there's a phenomenal setup and spike. Jack Berger, sophomore, getting up there, using his height, muscle, and athleticism to his advantage. As here's Diego Reynoso Bello entering the game for the first time today. Diego's one of the senior captains for the Warriors team, as he'll get the serve, as there's a ball running right in the way of him. Diego puts in a nice low serve there as Deerfield looks to gain the tie back. Another great shot from Jack Berger. Correction, Romahan. A great shot to give Deerfield the tie at 10 apiece. Diego looking to help Deerfield get back on their roll here. Take the lead once again.
Gets the serve and then just, ooh. That was hard. Tie, that's going to be Warrior point. And just like that, Diego Reynoso Bello is out of the game. He got his 2 serves, and he's back out on the bench.
And in for Deerfield is the starting junior, Micah Blum. Current score, Deerfield 10, Maine East 11. There's a setup for Brandon Siegel, which is good. Nice little pop-up for him. As that ball is way out of here from Maine East. Deerfield ties it back up at 11 apiece. And coming back in for Deerfield, the starter, Timo Young, who will take the serving position for Deerfield.
Coming in for Roma Han is O Young.
And back in for Maine East is one of their starters, Joshua Lobant, who's been a huge helper for their team. He uses his size to his advantage. As there's a nice serve from Timo Young. Looked like a lot of touches there, and none were successful as Deerfield takes away that point gaining the lead once again at 12-11.
You know, Deerfield moving to the CSL South next year. So they're going to be playing Evanston, Glenbrook South, Maine South, the New Trier, and GBN more often than not. Obviously, they're still going to have that crosstown rivalry with Highland Park, and obviously they're going to have that CSL North matchups, but moving to the CSL South is going to be a lot more difficult for this Warriors team.
Do we know what the reasoning is for them leaving the North?
So they actually were leaving the North because they were too successful in a lot of the main sports like wrestling, football, not baseball, but basketball. They were just winning a lot in all the sports. And they decided because Niles West was not winning enough in the CSL South that they were going to flip Deerfield and Niles West and have that new CSL South be Deerfield, GBN, New Trier, Maine South, GBS, and Evanston, and the new look CSL North, Niles West, Niles North, Highland Park, Maine East, Maine West, and Vernon Hills.
Well, there it is, folks. Deerfield's success is propelling them to an upgrade in the CSL South. As we'll be back after this timeout break, Deerfield 13, Maine East 11. As we are back from timeout break, current score, once again, Deerfield 13 against Maine East 11, as there's Timo Young still serving.
As you said, 13-11.
As we'd like to thank all of our viewers for listening in tonight, as there's another Deerfield point, 14-11. They're on a roll here. They're on a big run as they're looking to close out this game and call it a night and extend Maine East's away losing streak to 7. Timo Young remaining at server as he's helping Deerfield their success. Another great serve, a little shorter on the side, but it works as that ball is smoked out of here. Deerfield, another one on their 6-0 run, 15, Deerfield 11, Maine East.
We also want to give a little quick shout out to the bubbler drinks and the Jordy Green drinks that keep fueling this Warrior team, as I see a lot of them athletes drinking it during class and in the hallways, propelling them hopefully to the win tonight.
Well, there it is. As there's a great fake spike followed by a good one by Maine East. Noah Rothenberg with the one-hand save for Deerfield. Oh. As Deerfield cannot remain in their win streak, losing their 6-0 run. Deerfield 15, Maine East 12. Great point there from both sides. You love to see a great rally. Oh, and there's a great block shot by Brendan Siegel. And a one-hand save from Timo Young, but unfortunately that one's going to hit the ceiling. And in volleyball high school rules, if it hits the ceiling, goes to the other side, it is a forfeit of a point. Maine East on a run, winning the last two as Deerfield's up 15-13. I'm a big fan of these games that are really close to the wire, competitive. I think it makes it a lot more fun for us working the game along with all the fans. As there is an ace of a serve right on the line.
That's called an ace right there, Dylan. It's a great serve. Deerfield thought it would go out. It ended up not going out. Demons maintaining control here. Keeping the game close exactly where they want it. Deerfield gets the point.
And Tyler Custich coming back into the game for Deerfield. as Deerfield's going to have Brandon Siegel serving for the team. And look how far back he is. He's behind the baseline on the court as he runs all the way to halfway into the court for a deep serve. And as that ball is thrown out of there, Deerfield points, take the lead back over 17-14 Deerfield. Brandon Siegel looking to tie it down for Deerfield. Another great serve from him.
He gets a lot of that spin. Looks like it gets almost arm side run, technically, if you would say that in baseball, where it just cuts to the serving side.
That's just another error from Timo Young. His issue is here, he's getting low enough, but he's just popping it sideways, not getting it upwards, which he's got to get up to do. Got to be popping it up so someone else can get to it. It's all about teamwork and cooperation here. As there's another Deerfield point. Deerfield extending the lead, 18-15, looking to close it out here. As here's some of the Deerfield freshman team walking into the Warrior Gym to watch their program finish this game off. Great serve from Ethan Mann, libero. And there's a great shot at the net from Tyler Kustish, getting up there and winning it. Point for Deerfield. Deerfield up 4, 19-15. Another just sloppy mistake there for Maine East. Deerfield getting in their heads, momentum. The entire bench is up. Timeout Maine East, as Deerfield has all the momentum going into the end of this game.
Ethan Mann been the catalyst for this Warrior kind of pull away here. So he's been the server for a lot of these points.
I mean, you know what, Dylan? This is how you do it. Deerfield 5 points away from the win, as we'll be back after this timeout break. This is how you do it, Deerfield. Deerfield up 20-15 with libero Ethan Mann, the captain, looking to close it out for the team on this starry night. You think he can do it?
I think he can. I mean, he's done it before. He already got 3 or 4 points. That was going to go out if Timo Young didn't try and bump that, but it's all right. Maine East still -4.
You know, it's just another Timo Young mistake there, just bumping it sideways. And I think at this point, he's just got to focus on getting it up and, you know, not trying to do too much here. Use your legs a little bit more, use your arms a little more, and pop it up for your teammates. Oh. As there's a Maine East ball right in the net. Deerfield up 21-16. As there's 2 subs for Deerfield, Jack Berger and Romahan, as Coach Chug looks to guide his team to this victory and extend their win streak.
Warriors also looking for the season sweep of the Demons.
Really?
4 points away as the Demons lost at their place on April 11th to the Warriors. Part of that long, long losing streak that they had. Great play there by the Warriors to keep that ball in and get it over.
As there's just a great play from Maine East. Got up there very high and got it done. I mean, that's what's going to get them more momentum going back and win them points. Getting up over the net and putting the ball in a good spot. Deerfield 21 to Maine East 17. As there's Tyler Custis trying to put it over, unsuccessful. Deerfield 21 and Maine East 18 as Maine East is on a 2-0 run here over Deerfield. as that serve is called out. And a great call from Brennan Siegel, too. You know, using his voice as leadership. That's what's going to get you higher up on this team. As a sophomore, too, you heard him scream out. I could hear it all the way from the top of the broadcasting zone. As Deerfield extends their lead to 4, looking to wrap it up here. As that serve is good for Deerfield.
As you said, 22-18, now 22-19, as I'm going to try and extend my arm all the way down, grab that, but I couldn't. I always wonder what type of stuff is said on the volleyball court. Like, you know, with baseball, you have, like, your chirps and stuff. I wonder what's said on the volleyball court, if there's really anything.
A lot of it is communicating, you know, calling out who's going to get the ball. You also only get 3 touches. You know, you might call out 3, 2, 1, or the other way around. But definitely a lot of communicating is necessary. As there's a serve from Diego Reynoso Bella, who's back in the game. Also saves that one there for Deerfield. As that ball is put out way out of there. Deerfield 24-19, 1 point away from winning. As you can see, this Deerfield crowd is getting pretty rowdy in the Warrior Gym. Maine East 1 point away from elimination. As that ball is out of there, and there it is, folks. Deerfield 25, Maine East 19. Deerfield wins it 2-0 in victory fashion. Dylan, what do you got to say?
I thought it was a very all-around game for the Warriors. You know, I thought Maine East was going to have it here because they got off to a better start. Deerfield got off to a start. Maine East, you know, battled back. Deerfield wasn't really able to control that, and then it was just kind of all Deerfield from there.
Yeah, great game overall. You really saw Deerfield. Once they got on a roll at various times, they kept rolling and they kept putting the points off. You see they get a good usage of everyone on their team. I'm pretty sure everyone rostered got in and had an impact on today. As for record-wise, Deerfield pulls away to victory, improving to 10-13 overall. 2-4 in the conference, improving their winning streak to 3, which is great to see in May. And for Maine East, they fall to 7-19, 0-6 in conference. Not a great look as they're 0-7 on the road, as that's all we have from the Warrior Gym. It's been a pleasure calling this game out. I'm your color commentator, Dylan Schrager, joined by play-by-play Dylan Zuber, signing off. Thank you and have a great rest of your night.
Yeah, have a good one, ladies and gentlemen.